Asmongold reacts to your stream about the Amaranth stuff. Okay. I wonder what he'll say. He's going to be like, yeah, this guy's not all right. He's just mad because a lot of people hate him. He's just mad because a lot of people hate him. It's all right. Probably because he's a radical anti-Semite. Yeah. Well. Okay, dude. He said you're wrong on almost everything. Is there a reason Asma won't just talk to you? I think it's beginning to become the same exact reason why Ethan won't talk to me either. It's because, look, the reality of the matter is, although a lot of people constantly yell about how I'm wrong or bad or whatever the fuck, a lot of these guys, they're not very knowledgeable about the things they talk about. They just kind of talk about things from the angle of drama or controversy or just simply regurgitate things that they see from YouTube videos. So in any sort of direct contest, in any sort of direct conversation, it would not be an actual debate. It would be more so similar to a lecture. And I think in the past, like Asmin and I, we were cordial, but I don't think now he will. Like, now that he has firmly solidified his position as like a right-wing content creator, I don't think there's a big financial incentive here to have a conversation with me and go back on any of his thoughts. You know what I mean? He's in denial about being the top one political streamer. It's funny as fuck. I don't know why he does that. I mean, it's not even like a dunk. It's just the truth. You shit on too much. You shit too much on Hasan. You shit too much on being anti-boobs in games. I love boobs in games. It's so funny to me how Ethan's community was frothing at the mouth for you to respond, and when you did, they immediately switched stances to, no, don't talk to him. He doesn't deserve your time, king. Like, what the fuck? It's usually Ethan's dream to directly talk to his enemies. So weird how that's changed. Yeah, because they want to keep up the idea that like things are working, you know, that the opinions that they're presenting are actually true. And if you have someone who knows better and you can't really misinterpret their stances in real time, that's going to be quite difficult to maintain this. It's going to be very difficult to keep lying to your audience, basically. That's it. In 1 year from now, this won't be relevant. The Asmongold stuff will be, but I don't think the Ethan stuff will be relevant. Yeah. Fresh and Fit had Amaranth on. I disagree. I think Asmongold's an independent thinker and promotes this type of arguments. I mean, if he's an independent thinker and he's open-minded, and I do think that there was a time when he was, certainly. I think Asmongold was definitely an independent thinker and open-minded, even though he had his obvious biases like titties in video games and stuff like that. But I think now he definitely is. I mean, he's gotten a lot of positive feedback doing a thing. Many of you in a similar predicament will probably operate in the same ways. Maybe not in this community because a lot of you are obviously political, but and have fully flushed out political worldviews. But like, if you are kind of a libertarian guy, okay, and you're like, oh, I'm an independent thinker, and then you watch a bunch of Trump videos and you kind of agree with Trump and you say he's based, and then all of a sudden you're fucking, you know, blowing up. Why wouldn't you do that? It's like in line with your worldview and it's not damaging inherently to the way you see the world. You don't go outside, you're relatively wealthy. It doesn't fucking matter, right? So in that situation, why wouldn't you do a right-wing pivot while still maintaining some veneer of centrism? That's the way I see it. It makes sense. I've said this before. People misunderstand this, but I've said this before, but I understand Asmongold very well. And the reason, there is obviously a major difference though, because like I do have ideological conviction. I don't think he has ideological conviction or a fully fleshed out worldview. Maybe he has like the bare bones of one. But as far as like what motivates Asmongold, I think I understand it very well. Look, if you're a top content creator on any platform, especially Twitch, you're going to be able to understand other top content creators on the platform and their ambitions and what motivates them, right? Hasan gives off smartest man alive vibes. No, I'm a fucking dumbass. I also always say I also always say I'm an idiot. That's the other thing. Like, I'm stupid. I'm a stupid guy. I think a lot of the things that I talk about I approach from the point of common sense. Don't ever admit you're wrong. You're perfect all the time, every day. Never made a mistake. That's it. You guys heard it here first from the man who has never, like, I don't know why this fucking pisses people off so much. I'm stupid, man. I say I'm stupid all the time. I always say I'm not an activist. I'm not a leader. I'm just a fucking dumbass Twitch streamer. I don't know why. I don't know why people are just like, nope, don't hear it. Don't hear it. Don't care. They take that you say you're stupid and claim you shouldn't speak about anything. Okay, well, true, you were wrong about Black Hawk speeds. There you go. I was off. I said a Black Hawk cannot actually change trajectory and directly launch itself like a missile, even on a landing, even on a plane that is landing. Except I still believe that a Black Hawk can only be in the trajectory of a plane that is landing and accidentally hit the plane. A Black Hawk can go up to what, 400 miles an hour or whatever, but it still doesn't matter. It can't fucking, like, you would have to be the greatest pilot of all time on a suicide mission to be able to get to be able to change the trajectory on a landing flight and just specifically go in and ram yourself into the side of a goddamn plane. Or 400 kilometers, not 400 miles. Or what was it? No, what was the plane? I'm forgetting the numbers. I'm not very good with numbers. Whatever. It's just changing directions is hard. That is true. Well, that was my point. Also, I do admit when I'm wrong. That's the other thing that people don't understand. 400 miles per hour would be nearly supersonic, bro. Read M. Hud's message. As far as streamers go, at least you've heard of things. Tim the Tapman couldn't find Russia on the map and also thought islands were just floating on the water. And he's the smartest guy on Twitch besides you. Helicopters fly slower than planes. That is not a controversial take. You weren't wrong about the Filipino boats, but I think us Filipinos wanted more acknowledgement. I will always give the Filipinos, the Swagapinos, the acknowledgement. I've watched Asmongold for months and watched Hasan for months as well. And Hasan's worldview is significantly more reason than Asmon's is. Asmon seems to gauge his positions based off whatever the current right-wing sentiment is. Yeah, except that's popular though. Obviously, Donald Trump won. You know what I mean? Clearly, people want that. Okay? For me, I try to make my worldview popular in a country that is incredibly resistant to hearing me out or hearing what I have to say out. Okay? That's the major difference between someone like myself or even someone like Sex Pestany. Aside from the Sex Pest, like Sex Pestany is the closer to Asmongold than a lot of people realize. If Asmongold is just going off whatever the Republican Party is saying and whatever Trump is saying and whatever MAGA is saying, Sex Pestany is doing that for the Democratic Party, for the institutions. Now, of course, because the entirety of society is designed to uphold these institutions, he also can absolutely back his arguments with research and even a cursory Wikipedia glance. So he comes across as infinitely more well-read than any number of different dumbass right-wingers that he dukes out in the marketplace of ideas for that particular reason. Okay? Yes, saying that like the world is the best it's ever been and things are fantastic in the Western world and that the American government is this like infallible institution of good is not exactly a difficult position to come by. And there is going to be a lot of valid, reasonable, seemingly centrist, objective information that's readily available in terms of research that you can point to. What is happening? Place. But in terms of like dick riding, one of the two planks, Hog Trucker 69, I think Asmon's position is his view counts prove that he's popular and logical and correct position. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's part of it. You do come off as elitist when you prefer to pretend to be well-versed in hyper-complex subjects like what Asmongold thinks. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. More views equals I am right. It's true. That's why the most right person is Kai Cenat. Everybody knows this. I don't think it's necessarily elitist to also run with the assumption that like the average person can't comprehend any kind of academic literature whatsoever. I think that's silly. I think you can describe it in simplified ways, right? But I don't think that it's like elitist to entertain academia or research or rely on trusted resources of information. It's just how you can develop a better point of view. Yeah, I do think that with the bountiful information that's readily available to all, though, I do still think that in this day and age, we're getting dumber and dumber every single year, straight up. I legitimately, this is one of my major issues with American society right now, is that we are unironically getting dumber and dumber every goddamn day. It is very frustrating. We have no interest in the truth. We have no interest in establishing like a consensus opinion on anything. And that with supercharged American exceptionalism and American individualism, we have decided that like if I came up with a thought, no matter how stupid it is, okay, it doesn't matter. I am unique. I'm a special little snowflake. And as that special little snowflake, you have to listen to me. There is validity to my claims, no matter how stupid it is. Pair that up with like a little bit of confidence, okay? With a little bit of confidence, or even the backing of one of the two major parties, and boom, you arrive at this crisis that we're at. Do you think TikTok Reels, kind of like clip culture, have played a role in that? Sure. Bad information is worse than no information. There was a point in time when I wouldn't have agreed with that, but I certainly do agree to that now. Yes, we are moving in the direction of idiocracy. Absolutely. And when you say YouTube is such an insanely powerful resource, or even TikTok, people say that about that too. Yes, there are wonderful things that you can learn on TikTok and in numerous other places. But the issue is you don't know who you're getting this from. Okay? I mean, wouldn't that include people like you? I like that you shit on others for their opinions. I don't see you try to find much middle ground. No, because I'm not saying that there is supposed to be a middle ground. Hello? There is no middle ground between good things and bad things. There is no like, oh, well, we should do marginally bad things. And it will be fine. Okay? Also, don't ban guys like that. It's fine. I'll clap them if necessary. Asmongold just lied and said you're a radical because you introduced and talked to a terrorist. I mean, yeah, I am a radical. It's true. I'm a radical, dude. I'm pretty rad. Getting harder to defend you on what? dudes who have hated me. Dudes who have hated me for the longest time. Or, I mean, look at this. I just called my coworker listening to Destiny. He said you're pro-terror. It's officially the year of the coworker. It's getting harder to defend you, man. First it was a sex pest that called you a terrorist. Then it was Asmongold who has defended Elon Musk, both Sig Heiling, and also defended something that was truly unconscionable from the perspective of gaming, was silent on Elon Musk's path of exile, fraudulent behavior until there was too much pressure from his audience to respond to it, and still defends Elon Musk to this day. Okay. Now he's also saying I'm a radical, pro-terror kind of guy. What's next, dude? Are you going to tell me that Sam Hyde has some bad opinions about me too? Oh my God. Nick Fuentes said he hates you, dude. Dude, what am I going to do? Fuck. Oops. Yeah. You know who else doesn't like me? Andrew Tate. That's another guy. I'm cooked, I guess. It's over for me. You stepped out of your echo chamber for 2 seconds and got absolutely cooked. You are a disgrace, Hassan Piker. I don't even know what this person is saying, but we don't need to ban that guy. It's okay.